So, you know what I just realized? I just realized something incredible that is really mm, maybe shocking. And the shocking thing is that readiness and perfection is an illusion. Yeah, I said that. Readiness and perfection is an illusion, which is really weird because people always talk about getting it perfect, right? It has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. You got to be all ready. You have to be ready. But what does that even really mean for real? Like, no, for real, what does that really mean? What does being perfect, it has to be perfect, actually really means? It kind of, I think, believe means that for me, and this is my one honest sentence today. My one honest sentence today is that perfect, it has to be perfect to me means that it has to look like what I saw someone else does that I think is perfect. But what I failed to remember is that person had to have a start. They started from somewhere, like started from the bottom, now we're here. They had to start somewhere. They had to have a bottom, and then they grew and got rid of the illusion of perfection and got rid of the illusion of readiness and just did it. They just went and did it. Kind of like Nike. They say just do it. That's what most people that's successful now have done. They just went out and just did it. They didn't wait to be ready. They didn't wait to for it to be perfect. They just went and perfected it or got it to where they wanted it to be through time, through speaking all the time, through doing all the time. Because somewhere in the scriptures it says by reason of use. So they spoke, the pastors or prophets or whatever, whoever they was that scripture was talking about, they did it by reason of use. Did you get that? By reason of use. They did it by reason of use, not by perfection, not by readiness, but by reason of use. They got better by reason of use. By reason of use mean that you're doing it. This is something that you do over and over and over. I think that you become perfect, or I think that you see these people in their perfection and what you want to be. I think you see them and you think they just arrived. I think that too. I think I've thought that for a long time. But by reason of use, by them doing it over and over and over and over again, they've just got great at it because it's something that they've done consistently over time. And consistency, let's debunk consistency. People say consistency, you got to be consistent, you got to be consistent. But what does that really mean? What that really mean is, I believe that consistency, being consistent, is to do something over and over and over and over again. That's all that being consistent means, is to do that thing over and over and over and over again. But doesn't that mean that kind of sound like by reason of use? I'm going to find the scripture and I will post it somewhere over somewhere. Maybe in the chat or maybe in the descriptions. I know what those are. Maybe in the descriptions, but I'll post that scripture there so you can see that by reason of use. So, my honest sentence of the day, and I think that I'm going to make this a thing by reason of use to every day come up with one honest sentence for the day. And maybe it may be like 5 honest sentences by the time the day is out for real. But readiness and perfection is an illusion. And I believe that it's an illusion in order to keep us, you and I, where we are. We look at how everybody else sounds. We look at what everybody else is doing. We look at how great their videos are with music and thumbnails and all that stuff. And we like pause and we have to get everything ready. Or we look at other people's ministries and we want it to be like theirs, so we don't go nowhere because ours don't look like theirs yet. But remember, by reason of use, consistency, doing something over and over and over and over and over again. That's how they got to be your version of perfect, your version, not their version, because they probably say, oh yeah, no, I gotta get like that. So your version of perfect is you doing whatever it is that you're supposed to do or need to do over and over and over again by reason of use to get things done. So what is your honest sentence of the day? Because mine is, perfection and readiness is an illusion. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Bye.